Today's problem is with average. Average is just a number and it's used in many different ways to do a lot of calculations. Very simply, an average number of things is when you divide those things equally amongst various units. For example, if you have 12 balls and you are sharing those 12 balls with 6 kids, then the average number of balls for every kid would be 12 by 6. So if you have total number of balls that you have is 12 and the total number of kids is 6, then the average number of balls per kid is just as this shows, balls divided by kids, which is 2. It simply means that if all the balls were divided equally among 6 kids, each kid would receive 2 balls. Similarly, let's take another example. If there are, say, 20 toys and you are trying to distribute those 20 toys within 10 kids. So you have 20 toys and you have 10 kids. So if you are distributing those 20 toys equally amongst 10 kids, then every kid would get 20 by 10, which is equal to 2 toys per kid. It does not necessarily mean that every kid has 2 toys. It simply means that if you are distributing all the toys equally amongst 10 kids, then each kid would receive 2 toys. The actual could be different. Some kids could be having more toys, some kids would be having less toys, and that's where the word problems come in, right? So in this example, we have a word problem that has to do with average, and we will solve this with some very basic average. Now, this is a problem that you'll come across in elementary school, in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, and definitely a little more complex ones in middle school. So it says 12 marbles were given to Tom, Amy, and Sue. Tom has 2 marbles less than the average, while Sue has 4 more marbles than Amy. How many marbles do each one of them have? Just like we solve any other problem, we will start writing down the clues. So the first clue is that there are 12 marbles. Second clue is that there are 3 kids: Tom, Amy, and Sue. Third clue is Tom has 2 marbles less than the average. So if I can write this as an equation, Tom has two less than average. And the last clue is Sue has 4 more marbles than Amy. So Sue has whatever number of marbles Amy has plus 4. So these are all the clues that we have been given, and we have to find out how many toys does Tom, Amy, and Sue have. How many marbles does Tom, Amy, and Sue have? So the first thing we will do is, because they have used the word average, let's find out what the average is. So to begin solving, let's find out average number of toys average number of marbles for every kid is 12 marbles in total divided by 3 kids, which is 4. Right? Let's write down as number 5. Now, I've been told that Tom has 2 less than the average. So from the third clue, I can say number of marbles that Tom has is the average, which is 4 minus 2. So I can say Tom has 2 marbles. I already found one. Now let's go to the next clue. Sue has 4 marbles more than Amy. Right? So if Tom has 2 marbles out of 12, then Sue plus Amy must have the total number of marbles minus what Tom has. Total number of marbles was 12, and I know Tom has 2. So marbles that Sue and Amy together have is 12 minus 2, that's 10. And this is where the fourth clue will come in very handy. It says Sue has 4 marbles more than Amy. So I can replace Sue with nothing but Amy plus 4. So I can say Amy plus 4 plus Amy is equal to 10, or twice the number of Amy's marbles plus 4 is equal to 10, or twice the number of Amy's marbles is equal to 10 minus 4 equal to 6. So if I simplify this equation, I will get Amy will have 6 divided by 2, or 3 marbles. Now if Amy has 3 marbles, then from this equation I know Sue will have 4 more than Amy. Therefore, Sue will have Amy plus 4, or Sue will have 3, because Amy has 3 marbles, and 4, 7. So how does my answer look like? Let's see. So I can say Tom has 2 marbles. Amy has 3 marbles. And finally, Sue has 7 marbles. Now the last thing we got to do is to check if our answers are right. So if I add all of them up, total number of marbles, they must add up to 12, because I started off with 12 marbles, remember? Total marbles is 2 plus 3 plus 7, which is 12. Average number of marbles per kid would then be 12, which is the total number of marbles divided by 3, which is equal to 4. So now let's check. Tom has 2 marbles, which is 2 less than the average. So this must be right. Amy has 3 marbles and Sue has 7. So Sue has 4 more than what Amy has, right? Because it's 3 plus 4, 7. So I know this one is right and this one is right. So that's my answer. Now again, this is a very simple use of average. We'll have another video where we will talk about another type of problems, two different types of problems, very similar problems that I have seen very frequently in third and fourth grade elementary schools. That has to do with average, but that will use the same formula of average, which is you divide. It's almost like dividing equally some stuff amongst some other units. Could be, you're distributing, you're sharing toys within kids, you're distributing, or you're sharing flowers within people, or you're sharing, pens and pencils within a classroom. Average is just a number, which is a which you can get by dividing the total number of things that you're dividing, divided by the total number of people or things that you're dividing in.